What's going on, everybody? This is Al from PlaybookGamer.com, and today we are going to play the first game of our Season 6 in our Hawaii Dynasty. We're going to go up against number 8 Tennessee, my beloved Volunteers. Going to be a top 10 matchup. Looks to be pretty even on the roster front, talent-wise, and they run a pro-style offense, 4-3 defense, and of course, we'll just base everything off where their impact guys are and go from there. Now, before we play the game, we're going to check just a couple of things just so we're kind of caught up, because it's been several days since we have done anything related to this dynasty. The preseason video was, what, 4 days ago at least? In-season recruiting, we're only going to go after 3 guys, a right guard and 2 middle linebackers. If and when they commit, hopefully it's a matter of when. Once they do commit, I'm going to stop in-season recruiting altogether for the rest of the season, because we don't have a whole lot of spots to fill. I'm sure we'll have some juniors and other like redshirt sophomores that may want to go pro early, so that number will probably go down, but we just don't have a whole lot of spots left, and I want to use the remainder of those spots in the off season. So hopefully we can lock these 3 guys up and then shut down recruiting until the off season. Now, there's not going to be anything to look at here in Sports Illustrated. Nothing has changed since the preseason video. There's no point even look at the team info screens because neither team has played a game. Now, we can quickly look at what happened in week 1. A grand total of 4 games were played. Stanford won, LSU won, USC won, and Notre Dame barely beat West Virginia. We're going to play Notre Dame later on in the season. A couple other things I want to show you. First of all, let's go to the playbooks. I've made one change. I have put in ace empty instead of gun ace twins. Gun ace twins, I was literally using one play out of the entire formation, and I want to add in a 5 wide set, more or less. It's technically a 10 personnel. You got a halfback to the right of the right tackle, but I can put in a 5 wide receiver sub package if I want to. There's a handful of plays I want to run out of this. I think it's just going to liven up the offense some. Now, speaking of this, you know, my previous video I mentioned about a playbook editor. All that's really cool, but I'm not going to really use any new plays. I'm probably until the next dynasty, because I have some ideas in mind there. But for now, still expect the same offense, same plays, all that good stuff, except we have a new formation with a couple of concepts that we're going to start implementing. Okay, now the next thing I want to show you is you go to my settings. I touched on this briefly in the preseason video, but I do have home field advantage turned on, and the only other change I did make was the CPU offense. I cranked up their wide receiver catching to 70. Now, somebody asked me about running back ability, why I have it at 40. Well, anybody who's watched me go up against impact running backs, what happens? They break multiple tackles pretty much on every single play. That's why I have it stuck on 40. If I feel like I am shutting down impact running backs consistently, then I don't mind cranking it. But right now, I don't feel like it. I feel like that's at a good spot. So that is the literally only slider change I've made. I may do something later if I feel like it, and it's, of course, up to me when I feel like changing. Okay. Having said all that, I think we're ready to go. There's nothing else we need to see. So let's go ahead into the play week and let's simulate up to our game and see if we have anybody in trouble. Hopefully we don't. I like to have a full roster heading into our first game of the season, and it looks like that's not the case. So let's head into the game. Looks like we have a night game in Honolulu. Should be a fun matchup. I always enjoy going up against my Vols. I'd like to do a dynasty with them one day, but I don't know how well that would go since they're really talented out of the gate. But I may have a plan for that later on. We got business to take care of here in our current dynasty. And there is your reigning champions, the Hawaii Warriors. Who they're going to highlight? Looks like they're highlighting Neal, which is pretty cool. We moved him to left end. He should get a few more sacks and tackles on that side compared to the other end. And it looks like they're picking us to win. Let's go to the coin toss. And it looks like we have won it, and I want to kick it. I want the ball in the second half. That's a big offensive lineman they got right there. Now, let's look at a couple things. First of all, I've been practicing some punt return or punt block type stuff. I've been giving some suggestions, and I think this is a good thing to add to the overall philosophy of what we do. And if we feel like we can block punts, we're going to try. Now, it's still pretty hard to do so, but it is doable in this game. And I'm still going to leave my punt return situation as is. Nugent is still my number one. But what I'm going to do is we're going to go to formation subs, and we're going to go to defense, and we're going to go to punt block. And these two outside defenders right here and right there, I want my fastest guys right there. I've been practicing enough to kind of notice the two outside that guys have the best chance to get to the punter. So we're going to go over here, and I'm going to put Murphy right there. And on the other side, we are going to put Glover right there. I'm going to keep Nugent as my main punt returner. One reason is, of course, he's got the 99 speed, all that good stuff, and we actually get to use him at that spot. But he also was only 5'5". I don't know how well he would do blocking punts. So we got Glover on the other end instead. So we got 399 guys on the field when it comes to punt returns. Now, the only downside is Nugent has an awful catch rating. If he starts fumbling the ball a time or two throughout the season, then I may switch him and Glover. But for now, we're going to have Nugent right there. So while we're still on the defensive side of things, I want to go to my nickel coverage and nickel package and just make sure my linebackers are where they need to be. And yes, I want LaFew right here. And our best middle linebacker, Robinson, is right there. So we are good to go everywhere else. There's nothing else I need to do on this side of things. Offensively, I have been thinking, I haven't made up my mind yet, but somebody made a good point. You know, I have Grant as my number one tight end when we do our two tight end packages, which we only got two now. But we also have another tight end spot where I usually have a blocking tight end. I really don't need anybody to do anything in this particular spot. But we do have a wide receiver who is just as big as Grant. So, you know, we got Grant a 6'8", 248. Well, we got Will Hodges a 6'8", 240, redshirt freshman. You go to the tight end spot and you go to right here and look at there. He's a 74 overall tight end. Right now, I really don't need another receiving tight end on the other spot. I only need one of them to do well, who can go over the top. And we got Grant, so he's the one I'm definitely going to go to in that situation. So for now, I'm not going to put Hodges there. I just really don't need to. I mean, unless he's got good run blocking, I need more of a run blocker at that spot than anything else. And he is not as good as a run blocker as McCoy, who's at number 2. So for now, I'm going to leave Hodges right there. But now that we got the 5 wide formation in here, I can go and throw Hodges in there from time to time. We'll see. It's either going to be Larson at that spot, for example. You go back to the formation subs, and we will go right here. By default, it is Larson, your halfback, your number 1 halfback. But with the sub package, the 5 wide version, Hodges is my number 5 guy. So he would go right there. So maybe I may put Hodges there. We can go strictly 5 wide coming out of this formation. So this would be the only sub package I would ever have to bother with this season if I want to go that route. So that's just something for me to think about. Having said all that, now let's check out Tennessee's roster. Looks like they got an impact quarterback, 6'5", 213, pocket passer, so we can go after him some. Now, you got to remember, I'm going to be controlling the safety pretty much exclusively the rest of the season. I may even try a little bit of cornerback. I haven't really made up my mind on that yet. Just kind of depends on the situation. But we can definitely do some zone blitzing on this cat. Looks like their starting halfback is out for 3 games. I wonder what he done. Well, he's got a great number 1. But their backups are just fine. I mean, it's a bit of a drop-off, but not too much. Fullback is a 90, and their wide receivers are just okay. A bunch of guys in the 80s. So with a quarterback as an impact guy, that tells me they're probably going to throw more than usual. Kind of no different what happened in the Ohio State game. We'll see, though. Starting tight end, 80 overall, 74 speed. He can catch a little bit. He's a true freshman, too. So that was a good pickup by them. You look at their offensive line, 90, he's a right tackle, but he's playing left. You got 90, 76, and 95, 84, and 96. So their center and their 2 tackles are pretty incredible. This is their offensive captain, if I'm not mistaken. Then you look at their defense, starting with the ends, 90 and 96, not bad. 84, 82, 82 at the tackle. So their front four is pretty solid, especially on the edge. Outside linebacker, 85, then an 88, and then an 87. So their front seven's pretty stout. Corner, impact guy, arguably the number 1 corner in the country. We'll say He's 6'3", 177, 96 speed. He's my ideal type of corner. And it's a bit of a drop-off behind him, but it's not exactly terrible talent. I mean, they got some decent bodies there. A really good free safety, 87 overall, 91 speed, and 84 overall with 84 speed at strong safety. So their defense in general is just pretty good. They really don't have much of a weakness anywhere. I didn't see anybody that was in the 70s. Everybody's at least in the 80s or 90s, so not bad. You look at their kicker, true freshman, 82 overall, Jeremy Thomas. That's a good situation to be in. Then they got a junior punter who's 74, so he's just average. Okay, I think we're ready to get this show on the road. Looks like they got an impact guy on the left, so we're going to kick it to the right. And Season 6 is underway. It's going to be harder, tougher schedule, and I changed a couple things. We'll see where this takes us. So that's a good stop there. Going 4 wide. We'll go. See, here's the thing. I'm not controlling a linebacker, so I have no clue if my quarters is going to work well or not. I'm going to guess that it's not because I'm not controlling that linebacker. We'll see, though. Hopefully I don't goof up here on the back end. Slightly overthrew that one. Why is he wearing number 16? It just now occurred to me. That's a retired number. You need to take that off, son. So that's a pass on that first play. Let's try a zone blitz. I'm really putting myself on an island. Let's do something like this. Up the gut. So I had to make the tackle there, so that's a run. So what we can do, they're going 4 wide. Let's go 2 high man out of nickel. We'll do something like this. I can now pump up the crowd. It's been so long since I've done that. Almost got sacked. That was close. Man, those are some pretty uniforms. Let's go back to cover 2 man, this time from 4-3. I think they may run it on this one. Yep, they are going to run it. That's a good tackle there, so that's what, 3rd and long. We will go to our cloud coverage. And I'm going to control the free safety. I tend to get more comfortable doing that than anything else. I got the middle of the field. Great play. Well, the corner just got bit on that one. Somebody had to make a play. I had to control the middle of the field. So they're driving on us. I may need to do some blitzing on my 3rd down now that I can't blitz myself. Nope. Intercept that, somebody. Ooh, almost picked off. Ooh, and now the quarterback is hurt, his chest, so that's probably not a serious injury. We'll go back to a cover 2 man. I fully expect him to run here. We're going to do this. Go and play action. Good coverage. Good stop by Murphy. At this point, I'm going to do a... Oh, geez. Let's go... Let's go back to Clown. I'm really nervous. We need our front 4 to make a play here. Somebody make a play out there. So they got their back up, and I don't know if he can run or not. I didn't think about that. Somebody got to him. Good deal. So they're going to kick a field goal. We'll go field goal safe, man. And I should have spread out my defensive line on that one. I didn't think about that. That's okay. We got the stop. And they are on the scoreboard. We'll take that any day of the week. They can have all the 3-pointers they want. So now let's get on offense for the first time. And see if we can do damage there. Middle of the field. We're going to let that one go. I'm going to go ahead and put in my 5 wide situation here. 5 wide receiver there. Go deep cross up. Let's see if we can do some damage on the right. Feeling a little heat. Good throw. Had to kind of come back for it. That's a good play. They had good pressure. Thankfully, I got a quarterback that can run a little bit. Let's go curl read. And, ooh, their quarterback's out for the game. Well, so we're going to do that right there. Going cover 0 out of the gate. And I barely got that off in time. And we're going to score a touchdown right then and there. Thankfully, Petty didn't get hurt. He just got his bell rung. They may show it right here. He's a tough dude, though. So, Heisman winner to Heisman runner-up. Touchdown. So, that's a pretty good start. We will kick an extra point. What I need to do, something may pop up right here, and it will. Yep, that was my internet. I need to go to my website, and I need to check out my play. I need to check out my ace empty plays. It's been a while since I've looked at them. It's been a few days. I need to make sure I know which 2 to 3 plays I want to use. This is going to be a touchback, maybe? Ooh, yes, just enough. They're going 4 wide. We'll go quarters. If I was them, I'd be running the ball. Let's do something like this. Good throw. Almost gets the first down. We're going 3 wide. Let's do 2 high man. We'll do something like this. Maybe something like this. Run up the gut. That's a good open field tackle by Robinson. Let's do another 2 high man. I have a feeling they may run it again. Ball on their own 32. The ball line up with 3 receivers bunch. He steps up. He's looking. Wants to throw. Uh-oh. Fumble. Somebody get it. Oh, we just got lucky on that one. You take them however you can. That's a good strip. I don't know who done that. We can check it. We're going to get an instant replay here. Hickman. Wow. Good for him. Good little play there by Hickman. So now let's go. We're on the right hash. Let's go tight end streaks. They're going zone. Do that. He dropped it. That is the true. Ooh, I forgot about this. The true freshman is out there. I didn't think about that. Let's go. I got the true freshman here. He's got the more assured hands. Let's just go ahead and put Glover here instead. And I'm going to put. Yes, we're just going to leave that as is. I didn't think about that. I can leave him there if I want. But I want to put my best receivers out there if I can. And that's definitely Glover. So let's see if he can do a little bit better job than what our true freshman just did. Let's go triangle. They're going man and nickel. We can check our... I may do something like this. What is our matchup? I'm not seeing a whole lot of matchup situations. Let's give it to the freshman again. And he just... Another drop. Okay. 3rd and 10. Let's go slot cross. I'm going to do an RPR here. A little roll, run pass roll. Or roll pass, whatever you want to call it. We're going to do something like this. Touchdown. Oh, they didn't give it to him. That's a good play, though. Now, one thing I did not remember, go back to formation subs. I want to put I need to put my halfback in here, my true freshman. Who's the stronger guy? I may put McCargo, or do I need to put the freshman? I don't think it's... Look at the break tackle situation. And McCargo's actually a better situation. Let me go ahead and do that. Let me look at the carry really quick. Carry 78, 78, and his 76. Let's do Hawkins instead. We're going to do that. Here, I don't run the ball. I know exactly what I'm going to do. We're definitely going to put Hawkins here. For here, we're going to put McCargo, because we do more up the gut running from this formation. Let's put McCargo there. And the same for this formation. We'll put McCargo here. All of my shotgun, that's going to go to Larson. But from... Yes, I want Hawkins to be my 2 tight end guy. Because we're going to do some outside running. So how about that? Now, we are on the 1 yard line. I am not going to get too greedy here and try to pad stats. Let's just go with slam and let's just punch this in for 6 points. If they'll let us. We'll go to the left. Let's see if they can take this one in for 6. There we go. So the true freshman gets his first touchdown of his career. So now we are up 10. Hopefully we will go up 11. I completely forgot about that. That's things you got to remember at the first part of the season is handling your formation subs and whatnot. Because we're going to do some outside option things with Hawkins. I just need to remember to do so. And I almost missed that. So we had a fumble go our way, and their quarterback is out for the rest of the game. So that really puts them in a bad spot. We can check their backup quarterback just to make sure. Yeah, he's another pocket passer. Now, their third-string guy looks like he's a decent runner. Hopefully we won't see him today. And this is going out of bounds. This is definitely a flag. I hit that button way... Yeah, that's my fault. I pushed it way too far. So they're going to get good field position. Let's go quarters. They're doing a lot of 4 wide stuff today. Fumble, another one. Wow, jeez. And who did that? That was LeFew. I'm quite positive that was LeFew there. Boom. Wow. Okay. You take the breaks, you know, that are given to you. So speaking of, we're going to go. Let's run an option play, and I'm just doing this just to get Hawkins going a little bit. He's got the speed at halfback, but he can't catch it. But we can at least go to the outside. Let's see if we can get something going here. And he's going to get his second touchdown of the game. And that's as good a start as you can ask for offensively. I could have faked that possibly. He could have maybe bid on it, but I'm not very good on those. And just like that, we're up 17 points. And I'm sorry if this bothers some people, but hey, we're just playing well. And Tennessee's coughing up 2 fumbles.
And he hits the PAT. Over 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. The score is Hawaii 21, Tennessee.
So we will kick this thing back off. This is going to go back in the corner again. This should be a touchback, though. It's going to be close. Nope, another. That's my fault. They hit the button too early.
They'll be set up with good field position after the kicker sent that one out of bounds. It's the kicker's job to send that ball deep, so he messed up.
So turnovers are definitely going our direction. That's a good open field tackle by LeFew. I'm going to go 2 high man from 4-3. I know they're going 3 wide. Well, I said they was going 3 wide. Apparently not. Pick up the first down there. Kaplan. Let's do another 2 high man from nickel.
First and 10. Ball on the 47. Richardson is back in the gun. Richardson will throw.
Somebody get him. Another first down. So there you go, just another broken tackle, and he's not even an impact player.
Yeah, it really was.
Let's do another two high man from nickel.
By the ball carrier to find that running lane.
When you break one like that, you got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line.
We'll do something like this.
Richardson hands it off.
Ah, wow, wow.
Got away. And he's hit hard.
He's tough.
And that was an excellent run.
So Barry, I got blown up a couple times already, but at least I'm getting in a good spot. He just breaking tackles. I'm gonna stay in two high man.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 17.
I have a feeling they're going to keep running it. Now, it said they was going too wide, which is why I called this. He must be using sub packages.
Kaplan gets another carry.
There we go. It's more like it.
Tackles him for a loss on the play. Nice tackle to bring him down before he
They are definitely spreading us out. They're either going I normal or they're just going to the 4 wide sets.
got in the ace formation.
Draw.
Handoff. He jukes
Good stop. So now it's what, 3rd and something? 3rd and long.
snuffed out.
3rd and 14.
This is a delayed handoff.
We'll go Cloud.
And the defense wasn't fooled at all there.
3rd and 14 coming up here. This is the 7th play of this drive. From the gun. Richardson drops to throw. He's looking. He's going left.
That's a good play, but just not enough to get the first down. So they will kick another field goal, I'd imagine. We'll go field goal safe man.
Beyond those sticks the next time.
They'll call on the field goal unit here.
It is pretty much impossible to block field goals in this game. I know you can block plenty of them in 07. It's about too easy.
Fuel for the soul.
21-6. I hope we get a punt block situation where I can show you kind of a couple things I've been working on.
Kicks it off.
Middle of the field. Let's go ahead and take this one. Let's see if little Nugent can do something. Just don't fumble it. So we are on the left hash. Let's pick. Let's go 5 wide. I'm going to go cross seams. We're going man. Since they're going man, I'm going to bring him over. Get him out of the way. Because I have a feeling.
They'll throw on 1st down.
Wide open to Grant. Jeez.
Found his man.
Unbelievable play. How in the world he gets so wide open? They may show a good replay here.
And a great catch, too. Did you see how
He got caught on one of my receivers, I think. Let's see if it'll let me go to it quickly. There we go. I think he got stuck on somebody, his defender, and it did. Looks like Hodges blocked. He picked him. So a little pick and roll action there. So that was a good play. We are still on the left hash. Let's go. Let's go curls.
It's 1st
They're
and
going man 4-3.
5. Penny lines
We'll
up
do
the shotgun.
something like this. Ooh, yeah, they're going 4-3 as well.
He drops back.
We'll just go to Larson.
He breaks free. Complete. He's not
Pick up a first down.
nice decision by the
We are on the right hash again.
Decision making, but the
Let's go back. I'm trying to think. What are we missing?
find his target.
And when you combine
Let's go a halfback out. If they go man. Nope, they're going zone. And they're doing that.
ball on the 38.
What I may do is... we'll just leave it as is.
Shotgun. Penny back to pass. Looking. He tosses it short.
Good little throw to Larson.
And he's tackled.
Nice gain.
Way to look it in. Nice catch.
sure was.
I'm going to go back here.
And now we're looking at a 1st down.
Let's go back into the first quarter. So we're up by 15.
And that'll be the end of the 1st quarter with our score. Hawaii 21.
I'm going to go back here and... Let's go run another option with Hawkins. They're going zone nickel. Looks like I'm going to be getting vertical here. Let's go to the right.
They'll run the option. Now he pitches it.
He's a tall running back. I think he's 6'2". Get about 6 yards there. Nope, looks like we got 5. We can go back to triangle. We're about to run out of space
And this is the 5th play.
to go too deep. They're going zone dime. So what I may do is
In the zone.
we will go to an audible since we got the room underneath.
With the give.
That's a good stop.
Takedown. That'll be a pickup of a yard.
3rd and 4. Let's go curl read.
It's the
Okay, they're going man. This is an interesting situation. So what I may do is something like this.
Penny
I am not going to put that on the true freshman. We're going to have him do that. I'm going to run with Petty. Hopefully this works. Nope, it ain't going to work. 6 points. Good deal. I'm so glad he went in that direction. So they called the perfect defense, but we still got the touchdown. So you go back and look right here. So our true freshman on the left side there has dropped 2 passes already. So they're going man, and he's going up against an impact corner. I think that was just an accident waiting to happen. So I audibled to a pass play that was pretty much of the same formation, more or less, and I just decided, hey, I'm just going to run to the left and see if Petty can pick up the first down. The problem is the defense went with a QB spy. Pretty smart. So I had nowhere to go. Thankfully, we had a couple of receivers over here that decided to go in this direction. And I guess the play was set up to do that. And thankfully, we was able to go to Glover here for a perfect throw for 6 points. So I can have a nice little thumbnail or something like this, perhaps. That looks like a pretty good one. Okay, good deal. So we're up 27-6. We will kick an extra point. So the offense is doing pretty well, as it should be. We got a lot of talent. It's going to take a lot for teams to stop us. Looks like our offensive line is doing their part. I'm not feeling a whole lot of heat yet. Their running back is starting to heat up a little bit. He already has like 60-something yards. But when their starting quarterback went out, that kind of hurt them big time. And those 2 fumbles didn't help either. Let's go quarters out of nickel.
They'll set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Volunteers set up in the gun.
We'll do something like this.
Richardson drops back to pass.
Ooh, he's wide open. He should have made that throw.
Overthrew his man, but boy.
Doing 3, and let's go 4-3-2 high man. Yeah, I reckon their quarterback wasn't expecting to play today. The backup.
Tennessee goes with the ace set here. Lets it fly. Complete.
Get a first down there.
I like the defense that was called. They just didn't make the play on the
I'm going to stay in 2 high man. Looks like they're going to a bigger set.
They line up in a double tight set.
We'll do something like this. Play action.
Fakes a handoff.
Oh, big play. Huge. Huge. Take it back, son. Oh, my first interception as a free safety this year. Huge. Oh, awesome. Wow, great play. I was not expecting that. It was a tip drill. And who made the tip? It was LeFew, the greatest linebacker ever, apparently. I'm not even controlling the guy, and he's still making plays. What a play. What a play. Thankfully, I was in the vicinity. But that was all LeFew. You go back here, and look at that. LeFew makes the tip, and I happen to be just right there to get it off. So I hope I break like a bunch of records of free safety with interception. That's the goal. Now, they haven't put me in a bad spot yet to make some bad mistakes, but so far I've done okay at safety. So again, it looks like nothing has changed a whole lot, but it's Tennessee. They just, need to quit turning the ball over. They're shorthanded right now. There's nothing you can do about the fumbles. I mean, it's just a fluke thing. It's going to happen to us this year, I'm sure, at one point. You also got to remember we're playing at home. Everybody wanted the home field advantage turned on. Well, now it is. And we are feeling a little bit of that, I guess. Back to defense we go. We'll go quarters. Oh, yeah, I'm playing safety. We're going to do something like this. They decide to go QB draw with the quarterback. They can't run QB draw. That Randy Sanders out there calling plays. Let's go nickel 2 high man.
Second down and 14. Ball on the 16-yard line.
Ah, dang it. It said they was going.
Move over.
Wasn't expecting that.
Back to pass.
Intercept that, somebody. Oh, good catch. And that's a face mask. So that's like a 30-yard play right there. Or like a 25, unless it's only a 5-yard penalty. That's, yeah, just a 5-yarder. They will accept that. We'll go too high man. We'll do something like this. That's a good stop. Off the backside. 2nd and 10. Let's go too high man out of nickel.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 38-yard line. 4 wide.
We'll do something like this.
Drop back to pass. He tosses it short.
Just slightly overthrew it.
But he couldn't hit him. When he
And we are back at 3rd and long.
They're down at 10 coming up. Ball on the 38. The Volunteers come out in the shotgun.
So I'm controlling the middle of the field. Good throw, but he just got out of bounds. Hugged the sideline a little too much. So we're going to get our first punt block situation. Let's see if we can make this work. He is... We're going to do this. Oops. And they're coming in to protect. That's smart.
He gets it away.
Get down, get down, get down, down. Ooh, that was really dumb on my part. I should have fair caught that. Very fortunate he didn't fumble it. So we're back on the right hash. I want to call a play from empty. It's a halfback corner. We're going to do an old run and shoot. This is switch. They are going man. And at least cover 1. And they're going cover 0. Let's see if Glover get underneath that. Good throw. Great throw. Just an incredible play. That's old school stuff there. That's a true switch concept on the left. They went cover 0. I could have probably attacked cover 1 with that if he was so far out to the left. Left hash. Let's go call a play we haven't called yet. Let's go angle. We're going zone 4-3. We'll go to Henderson or Larson. Good catch by Larson. Had a bit of a hole over the middle. 2nd and 3. Let's do a speed option. They're going 4-3. Let's see who is on who. They're doing that, which is good. That linebacker is on Glover, so we're going to go to our left. We'll go over here, and I'm just going to keep... we'll just keep it with Petty. That's a first down. We're on the 21-yard line. Do I have enough room to do... Let's go tight end delay. Zone. We'll do something like this. Ooh, that was close. Ooh, yeah. Kind of need to be wary of throwing over to that guy's direction. 2nd and 3. Let's go corners. This is the perfect spot for this. They go in man. If they go cover 1, please go cover 1. I want to go to Grant over the top. Cover 1. Ah, too far back. Ah, just not the best throw. So it's 3rd and 3. We'll go back to curls. They're going man nickel. What I'm going to do here, we'll get everybody kind of out of the way. We'll just go to Larson to pick up the first. And looks like we're going to get 6 points out of it. And there you go, 41-6. With the second quarter about to end. So trust me, things will get tougher once we play on the road and such, but we just took advantage of turnovers. You got to remember that's the key of today's game, is all the turnovers are going our direction. The quarterback went out, and they can't really do much else beyond that. They're moving the ball a little bit, but just not enough to get in the end zone. They've been close enough, but we forced 2 field goals out of it. Ah, dang it, this is probably going to go out of bounds again. Dang it, I goofed up on that one again. That's just my fault. I'm hitting the button too early. I probably don't even need to move the angle of the kick. I could probably just leave it as is and still kick it in the corner the way I've been kicking today. Do something like this. Oh yeah, I'm controlling. There we go. That's what I want to do. Good throw. Get a first down. They may hurry up here. Nope, they're not going to. Let's do quarters out of nickel.
Just long enough for him to find his target.
When you combine the two, it'll be a first down 9 out of 10 times.
Do something like this. Ooh, just overthrew it. 8 of 15 on the day. Let's go. Let's do quarters out of 4-3.
Almost doesn't count.
Sounds like a head coach talking.
We'll do something like this. You ain't getting past LeFew. 3rd and 7. I will call a timeout after this play. I don't feel the need to try to score again. I mean, what's the point? We're up 42-6. But we'll see if we can get a stop here. And they're going to go with that. So we'll call a timeout now. 4th and 3. We're going to go back to that block punch. All-out block. Let me see if I can occupy this guy on the left. Ah, so close. We'll fair catch that one. And I got 50 seconds to get down the field, about 88 yards. What are we going to start off with first? Oh, let's go with... We're going to do safety attack. Only need to make one adjustment here. And they're going cover 0. Fools! The fools they are! You don't go... Oh my gosh, he dropped it. That's a big play for them, but it's still. So Grant dropped it, and it forced the interception. So let's see if they can capitalize on this play. Let's go cover 2 high man. We'll do this.
They line up in a double tight set. The ball line up in an I formation.
They're going to run the ball. They'll call timeout. 2nd and 5. Oh, what do we do here? Let's go quarters. Our quarter seems to be doing okay. I have a feeling it won't do as well if I had lesser talent on the defensive line. Because we're not really needing to blitz much.
Richardson drops back to pass. Throws it out there. Complete.
So it's what, 3rd and 6? We'll go Cloud.
Now it's 3rd and 6 coming up.
Oh yeah, I'm controlling the safety. Habits. Let's do this. I'm controlling the middle of the field. Good throw. Ah, did he get in? Nope, he didn't. Foot was out. So they're going to kick a field goal. Yeah, you do that. This is a 57-yarder. If he makes this, and then you'll know why I bumped the CPU field goal accuracy to 25. He's not going to make this, surely not. Oh, they're going to fake it. Wow, wasn't expecting that. And I went field goal safe, man. Wow, that's an interesting play. That's pretty cool. It's been so long since the CPU done that. Well, what do you know? So now we're only up 30. They will kick an extra point. We got 24 seconds left to try something. I don't know if we want to. Maybe we can just take a knee because we're going to get the ball started the second half. I can try maybe one play before the half ends. Let's see how well that goes. Then we can pick something else after that. That's pretty cool to see. I'm like, there's no way he's going to make that field goal. I mean, 57 yards? So now we got 81 yards to go. We need to go over the top somehow. So let's go tight end delay. And this isn't going to help much.
18-yard line. The Warriors come out in a shotgun.
Looks like we're going to have to go low on this one.
On first down. Looks.
And he drops it.
Outside.
We need to 18 seconds. This is going to be really tough, and I'm not really going to...
And that'll drive
they're going man at least. We may have a chance.
When he gets to the sideline.
You bet he will.
Looks like we got a matchup with Glover. Let's do something like this.
Throws. He's got an opening.
Just get a first down and get out of bounds, and I just knocked my...
Way to look it in.
Well, this could be a great thumbnail. People would have think, Al must have got beat. Do something like this. Oh, it's not going to show it. Oh, I can't get a good angle of it. Look at my face. Ah. Okay, we are on the right hash. Let's go. I'm going to go back to that RPR. I'm trying to think of ways to get some really chunky yardage. And thankfully they're going zone.
The Warriors set up in the gun.
We'll do something like this.
Penny drops back on first down. Looking. Throws this one out to the left.
We'll call it timeout.
Taken down.
8 seconds, 39. We can try. Tight end cross.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 39.
And then after this, I may kick a field goal. This is not going to get us a touchdown, but we got 2 plays left.
He drops back. He's looking. Down the middle.
Good throw. 4 seconds. Let's call another timeout.
Hawaii takes
3 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and just kick a field goal. We'll go backfield. And my kicking has been awful today. At least on kickoffs it has. But let's see if Jackson can make this one.
matters the most. Another trip to the red zone. Last time it resulted in
Do something like this. And that should be in.
it's up.
And there you go. We have hung 45 points
Pontiac drive so
on Tennessee in the first half. There's 1 second to go. I'm going to kick this dead straight because every time I try to go to the right, I just bungle it.
Williams back to return.
And look at that. Now I kick it straight.
Kicks it deep.
Thankfully, the non-impact guy, or the impact guy, is not going to take it.
Little shake and bake move.
So may get a stop. And that is the end of the first half. That was the longest half ever. Wow. So it's 45-13. Just a lot of craziness. We can check the stats and scores. 357 yards in the first half. We just played great. But look at their offense. 230 yards. So their offense is doing their part. Ever since I switched to safety, they've been able to open up a few more things. I'm not doing any user rushing. And their running game is doing okay. 62 yards just off 11 rushes. So that's a pretty good average. So at least I fixed that part. The biggest problem, though, is they've had way too many turnovers. They had 2 big fumbles and an interception, and we was able to take advantage of every single one of those situations. That's the story of the game, is those turnovers. Let's go to individual stats. Well, you need to think about it. Look what happened on our interception. They scored a touchdown. Now, they done it off a fake field goal, but either way, that was pretty cool to see. So, Petty's got 314 yards, 3 touchdowns, the 1 interception, which isn't on him. Grant dropped the ball. Rushing. Hawkins, we're not running the ball a whole lot, as you can tell. We're not having to do too much of it. Glover, 178 yards, 1 touchdown. So he is definitely killing it. That's the way things are kind of opening up in the passing game, is him getting open. Grant's got a couple touches with a touchdown. He could have had another big one, but he dropped it. Larson is getting a lot of receptions, but that is it. Henderson, the only reason why he's on this list is because he had the 2 drops. Hopefully he can catch a couple more. If he can't, we really need somebody reliable on that left side. But the reason why I put him there, because he has as good as hands as anybody at receiver. So hopefully he can play a little bit better. Defensively, Robinson's leading in tackles for loss. We got a few guys doing stuff there. No sacks, but we got 1 interception. And Barry, that was me, which again was awesome. That was so fun to do. And of course, we got a few guys who forced some fumbles. Hickman and LaFew. Okay, let's get into the third quarter. Hard to believe I'm about 50 minutes into this video already, and we still got a full half to go. Incredible. That first half was pretty wild. So let's see if Glover can do something. Nope, that's good coverage. We are on the right hash. I want to I'm going to run the ball. It's on my mind, so we're going to do it. 4-3 zone. I will probably go to... Well, let's just go to the right, see what happens. Good little pitch there. We're going to get about 7 yards with the freshman. Just picking our spots in the run game. Let's go back to Curl Reed. Man, and they're blitzing that one guy. So I bet that safety's coming down. I'm still going to have Grant go over the top. He's our best option there. But they're going to cover one. Good for the freshman. He gets a first down in his first catch of his career. Good to see that. Now, we're kind of in the middle of the field. I want to do a screen. We're going zone dime. But the fact that they're going zone, I'm just going to keep this as is. Good gain by Grant. Pick up 7 there. We can go back to tight end streaks. We're going man. Only really thing I have to do is we're going to have McCoy block just to give Grant some separation. And they're going cover 0. Let's see if he can make a play this time. There you go. He's going to get in. 6 points to the big guy. And he just broke Davis's record for most touchdowns by a wide receiver. That's what they get for going cover 0. We're going to go over the top to our behemoth wide receiver slash tight end slash whatever you want to call him. So it looks like we're going to get to put in some second string guys here shortly. We'll put in our first... this is going to be a missed kick. Dang it, Al. I'm playing just awful at kicking right now. Just awful. That's just my fault. So it's 51-13. This may go over to the other guy. Yep, impact guy's going to take this one. Oh, I had him right there, and it just went right by me. Let's go quarters out of nickel. They're going 4 wide again. We're running a 4-3. That's a good throw. Picks up 8. We'll go 2 high man at a 4-3. I'm assuming they are going to run it. We're about to find out. Yep, right up the gut. That's a good stop. He may not have gotten that. Yes, they barely got it. We'll go back to nickel, quarters. Somebody get a stop. Oh, look who made another forced fumble. The man, the myth, the legend, LeFew. I mean, that's just what they get for throwing and going to his direction. That's his second on the day. I mean, he's just going to be the greatest linebacker who ever lived. I mean, we're talking like Lawrence Taylor type stuff. Man. Okay, so we're on the right hash. Let me think. Let's go triangle. Zone dime. I may just run this one with McCargo. McCargo looks like a big dude. Let's see if he can get something going here. Good defense. I should have went up. So it is 2nd and 10. I'm going to call the same play. We'll go back to triangle. Man nickel. What I'm going to do this time, I'm going to see if Fritz can get going. If they go cover 0, but they're going to cover 1. And this is probably a mistake. Another drop by the freshman. Oh, 3rd and 10. I mean, you can go back and look. I'm pretty sure I showed this in the preseason video. But you see right here with Henderson, and he's up +4. But his catch is like an 88. It's up to a 93, yet he's just dropping balls, you know. I guess it's just a freshman thing. So let's go deep attack. They're going man. What do I call here? We're going to do something like this. Ah, good defense. That was my fault. I shouldn't have done that. I moved that slant over. So we're on the 41. Let's just go ahead and punt it.
On the football.
That was my fault. I should have probably ran that one.
Punt it away.
Let's see how close we can get to the... Ooh, this is a decent punt.
Chapman calls
We get in front of it. Ah, dang it, Al. I got right in front of it and it went right by me. Ah, I guess I could have got in front of it and caught it. Will it let me do that? I don't know. I goofed up there, but that's okay. It doesn't matter at this point, as you can tell by the score.
There's a shift by the linebacker.
Play action.
Gets the ball. No, they faked it. Someone got a hand on it.
Good stop by Robinson.
Makes a good defensive play.
The thing I like about this
Looks like they're going to a big set.
any pass interference. This is a good football player.
High formation here.
We'll do something like this.
The ball. Line up with two tight ends.
Pump up the crowd a little bit. Not much. This stadium can only hold like 50,000.
He drops back. He steps up. Throws it.
So there's my second tackle of the day.
Down he goes.
That was a good throw.
Decision by the quarterback. Not only was it good decision making, but the offensive line.
So when the quarterback has time, he can make a throw or two.
And when you combine the two, it'll be a first down 9 out of 10 times.
Do something like this. We're going quarter, so I'm kind of controlling where the hash is at.
Throw on first down. He's going left.
That's a face mask, if there ever was one.
Just a minute, folks. There's a penalty on that play.
So that's like LeFew's first mistake on the day.
Face mask on the defense.
Yep, definitely a 15-yarder. Try to take his head off.
That right. 15 yards for a face mask.
We'll stay in quarters.
Unintentional when you get a handful of face masks. You got to drop your hand real quickly, or they'll give you a personal foul every time.
I'm controlling the hash again.
They'll throw on first down. Steps up in the pocket. Complete.
That's a good hit, but they pick up some yards.
4 yards on that play.
I'm going to do a zone blitz. I've been doing a lot of two-high man whenever they go to their 21 personnel. But we'll try this.
They line up in an eye.
Something like that. Let's see if LeFew can get a sack. Nope, they're going to run the ball. That's a good stop. He kind of ran into his own lineman. Slowed it down. So it's 3rd and 8.
They didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's go back to Cloud.
The 6th play of the drive.
And I've got the middle of the field.
Tennessee comes to the line.
Let's spread out our defensive line, see if that does anything.
Drops back to pass. Looks. Across the middle.
Oh, good defense by Hickman. Wow, great play. Got right in front of it.
If no one's open, there's nothing wrong.
Just enough. That would have been a decent throw, but we had a defender sitting right there. So they're going to go for this, I would imagine. And they're going for another field goal. Now, again, I'm going field goal safe man. That's the proper defense to call if they're going to fake it. But this is a 53-yarder. They'll probably fake this thing.
Thomas lines up.
So I'm going to stay back here with Barry. Ooh, that helps. False start.
Flags are all over the place, and they'll blow it dead. A lack of concentration will push the offense.
Now they're going to punt it. And now I'm going to go to my all-out block. So we may have a chance to get a block here. I'm going to bring this guy over. See if I can occupy this guy right here. Ah, dang it. That was close, but not close enough. That's a good punt.
And it goes into the end
But it's in the end zone.
for a touchback. And now we'll see the offense come out.
At this point, I'm going to let my first string finish it out. We're in the middle of the field, and we are. Let's go cross post. We haven't called this yet.
They'll start this.
Zone dime. I almost want to run it. Ooh.
Hawaii comes out of the
Let's
shotgun.
do that. I think we're going to give us some decent look here.
Penny running the option.
Get a few yards.
3-yard gain by the running back.
Left hash. Let's go. Let's go back to that cross seams.
Second
We're
and
going man 4-3.
23.
Last time we called this, we got a big gain from Grant.
Wide.
I'm going to get this guy out of the way for Grant.
Back to pass.
Cover one.
Looking. He's got
Good, yeah. Good coverage, and I threw the ball too hard. So what is it, 3rd and 7?
And they swarmed to the football.
We'll go cross.
To disrupt the passing game.
It's third down and 7 to go.
Let's see if we can get a first down here. If not, the second string offense will go in the rest of the way.
Things up. He drops back.
Cover 2.
He's looking.
Ah, terrible throw.
Chapman.
Terrible throw. That's 6 points right here. Unless I can stop it.
Tackle.
Just not a very good throw.
Reception might be what they needed to get back in this ball game.
He had plenty of room,
Hopes up, but I don't think
but he just overshot it big time.
down to catch up.
Well, that is it for our... Let me go ahead and just put them in. Now, the game is over with. I'm going to go ahead and put in the first or the second team offense. We'll leave the first team in here.
They line up in an eye.
First team defense, I should say. So there you go. We went a whole quarter, didn't even score a point. And we're up 51-13. I told you, those turnovers in the first quarter makes all the difference. We'll go cover 2 man.
The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice red zone, when performance matters the most.
Going with a counter. That's a good stop there on the off the edge.
0 yards on that play.
And we're going to go cloud. And now they
They're down in 7. Ball on the
They don't have a whole lot of room to work with. I got the middle of the field.
gun.
Play action.
On play action. Looks to the end zone.
Ooh, close. So I guess we're going to force another field goal, but they may go for it again. They're going to go for the field goal, which is, they know the game's over with. So that's fine. So because of this, I'm going to put in the second string across the board. Did I call an audible? I didn't mean to.
Thomas, line up for the field goal. This should be a chip shot.
That wasn't my intent.
He gets it up.
And they get their third field goal of the day.
Drive summaries brought to you by Pregame.
At least we're keeping them out of the end zone. Now, when it comes to defense, second string, I don't know what I can or cannot do. I think I got enough bodies to do everything. I think I can even play nickel. We're going to let that one go.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
So our backup.
Nice job last time around, forcing the interception.
I didn't mean to call timeout. Dang it, Al. Let's go. Let me look here. Hawkins. I think I'm okay with all of this. Larson is still going to be in the shotgun. But let's just leave all that as is. I think we're going to be okay at halfback. Let's go backfield.
They'll go to work at the 20-yard line.
And looks like McCargo is going to get his first
Receivers lined up here.
chance.
Cargo gets the carry. Brought down
That's good defense. I had nowhere to go there.
as we go to the final quarter of play. This one is almost wrapped up.
We can do a toss play since we don't have a quarterback that can run it. We can treat it as a toss. But going man,
Ball on the 21.
we can get Hawkins going again.
They come out with a big set.
Again, he's not very strong, so he can't break a whole lot of tackles. His break tackle isn't very good either, but he's fast. I can get him to the outside at least and get better yards that way. So it is, what, 3rd and 3? We can try a curl read.
It's third down.
And I didn't think about this. So this is Hodges. This is Big Hodges. Let's see if he can get a big play going.
Fuller with 4 wide receivers.
We're going to run some clock. I got Rogers going deep. Can't tell if he's a tall guy, fast guy. At this point, it doesn't really matter. But this is going to go to Hodges more than likely.
And they'll try to
Nope.
get the first through the air. Looks.
We're going to go over the top to Rogers. And he drops it. He got hit as soon as he caught it. So we're going to punt it yet again. We may go an entire half, not score a touchdown. Just one thing or another has kept us from doing so.
Hawaii lining up the punt. They get the
That's a punt and a half. I'm going to stay back, though. He's got a lot of room.
Williams fields it at the
Good open field tackle.
and now we'll see the offense coming out onto the field for their next
I'm going to do 2 high man.
They'll get the ball here.
Let's see.
27.
The only problem we're going to have is at corner.
There's a shift by the linebacker. They keep it on the ground with a
Good stop there.
Odell. Brings him down.
2nd down and something.
Yard.
Like if I go nickel, what happens? Am I really hurting at the... Yeah. It's not terrible. I mean, we got some bad dudes out there, but they're not... We don't have a wide receiver out there either.
Back to pass. He throws it. And it's
That play's going nowhere, so it's 3rd and long. We'll go Cloud.
3rd down and 12. Ball on their own 25. Tennessee.
I know we're going to spread them out like that.
Richardson drops back to pass. He's
Ooh,
right.
first down.
Complete.
That was close. I think Bat could have picked that off.
Convert 3rd down, sweetheart. That was a good
We'll go back to 4-3, too high man.
This offensive coordinator must have seen something in the defense he really liked.
I thought they was going, man, they must be using the sub package.
With the ace set here. Steps up.
That's a good stop. Almost got a sack. No sacks today, though, so there you go.
To the pass rush.
We're not doing any user rushing, and we haven't had any sacks yet.
Go back there.
He didn't throw a good pass at all.
But we're getting plenty of pressures.
He was under pressure.
And those pressures have probably led to some turnovers, if I had to guess.
One man backfield.
They still have their first string out there.
Richardson drops the throw. Looking with the throw. And it's incomplete.
Just overthrew it.
Overthrew his wide receiver.
I don't know too many 7-foot guys.
3rd, we can go back to Cloud.
The defense will try to stop this 3rd down as they were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. Tennessee.
Let's pinch in and see if that helps anything.
Richardson steps back to pass. Throw.
Get a tackle.
And it's caught.
They'll probably go for this. Oh, so Glover is out there.
Stop the pass, but
Did you notice that? It was Glover out there. So I need to do more 4-3 because he doesn't need to be out there. Okay, food for thought. So let's just do this instead. We'll go quarters.
they're going to try to convert.
And that's a little bit better.
Richardson drops back. He steps up. He's looking.
Intercept that. I just missed it.
Breaks one.
Ah, dang it, Al.
To the 20.
I just completely whipped it.
The halfback got it.
Well, they get another touchdown, so they're not going to get absolutely destroyed. They're going to at least get beat by 28, if not something worse, or better, I should say. I'm going to try my best to run some clock and get some first downs, just keep the ball away from them. But they're going to go for an onside kick here. So it's good to see the one change I did make.
Just over 3 minutes.
Well, I did do the wide receiver catching for the CPU, and I'm controlling the safety.
23.
Both of those have helped, it seems. Now, I haven't looked at any wide receiver drops. We'll check that here in a little bit.
Here goes nothing.
We'll just get down. So we can check that here. You go to stats and scores. Go to individual stats. You go to Tennessee, and you go to receiving. No drops yet. So if it goes like that all season, like no drops ever, then I don't mind going down to like 60. Because it was originally a 50. We got it at 70 right now. So we'll see if the CPU ever drops a pass. So I guess I'm gonna do some passing. Well, they're going 4 wide or dime. Let's go ahead and just run the ball.
Hawaii sets up with 4 receivers. Fuller gives up
That's
the middle.
good defense. Again, they got their first string out there still.
Taken back a yard.
At least we can run a little bit of clock.
2nd and 11 coming up. Ball on the 48.
They're going man. I think that right nickel is blitzing, and he is.
Fuller has 4 receivers.
Do something like this. I'm going to go to Glover. They go cover 0. So we'll go to somebody on the left. I'm going to run some clock. Get it down to a couple of seconds.
Set to go to the air. Looks. Let's
Might as well go to Glover. He's our best matchup. And we're going to get 6 points. So that's what they get for scoring on us earlier. That was a great throw by Fuller. That guy had no chance. So Glover has, what, 200 and something yards? It's just, again, that's just the way it's worked out. That's what they've given us today. Some games we may have somebody else really do damage. I'm a little concerned about our X receiver. Henderson hasn't done much of anything today. He's dropped more passes than caught. Our Z receiver hasn't got to do a whole lot, but when you're so good with Glover and Grant, you feel like you don't need to go to too many people other than those 2 guys and whoever's at halfback, like Larson.
great kick. Barry fields it in the end zone.
Good hit there.
Passing wasn't much of a problem.
That was that safety who just got beat.
Ball as they were able to get it in for 6.
So I guess we're going to stay at 4-3 because I don't want Glover out there playing any. I bet that's him over there too. Dang it. He doesn't need to be playing corner. I'll check that here in a minute. I just got ran over. That's a good stop, though. Let's check that. Is that Glover? Hey, why is Glover out there? He shouldn't be. I thought I fixed this. Did I not fix it? I mean, it should be Murphy, Boston, then Hickman and Rogers. Am I messing up somewhere else? I mean, my safety situation looks good. Do I have... Let me go to formation subs. Am I... I know this can't be it. If I change this, it'll force that guy over there the entire time. Glover does not need to be over there. But for whatever reason he is, I don't know why. I guess we'll just do this. That confused me. Somebody may have an answer for that. Because you saw my depth chart. It looked just fine. So it must be a formation sub thing. But why would I ever put a wide receiver over there via formation sub? I have no reason to do so. Halfback draw. Ah. Went with a Superman tackle, and that didn't work.
I'm going to tell you, I think the defense needs to make some adjustments.
Again, there he is. He's sitting over there. And he shouldn't.
Maybe they can slow this running game.
And he's over there now. That burns me alive. I don't know why he's doing that. What I'm going to do, we're going to go back here. Formation subs. Reset current. Say they still have Glover as like my 4th-string corner. And that should not be the case because look, I know I'm slowing things down here, but look, at corner, Glover is not there anywhere to be found. He shouldn't be. 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be Rogers and Hickman. 32 and 28. Yeah, for whatever reason, they're not putting him out there. And I'm not going to do the formation sub because it'll force him over there at the beginning of the next game. I don't know.
Tennessee goes with the ace set here. Tennessee lines up in a bunch for
Let's just pray Glover doesn't get hurt, I guess.
looking. Aaron and out long. Finds the
That's a good play there. Looks like they may score one more time if I had to guess. I'm going to call a timeout. There we go. Okay, here we go. Finally. Now it makes sense. So Glover doesn't need to be out there. So we're going to go back to quarters. Again, I can't go nickel. Just don't have the bodies for it.
ball on the 42-yard line from the gun.
So their quarterbacks ended up having a decent little game. And didn't need to do that.
Gets the ball. No, they faked it. He's looking. Wants to throw outside. Finds the true
Gets the first down there.
tackle. Looked like the linebackers bid on that play fake.
We'll go back to quarters. Again, 4-3.
The ball come out in the ace formation.
Ooh, didn't really mean to do that, but that's okay. It doesn't matter at this point.
He drops back. Steps up in the pocket. Looks. Throws it to the
That's a good throw.
Glover brings him down.
Way to look it in.
So, again, that's good. Their offense is kind of doing their part today, minus the turnovers.
The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice red zone, when performance matters the most. They'll throw again. Defense hasn't stopped them yet. Throw.
Good throw there.
Complete. Johnson with a take.
45 seconds. Yeah. Let's try. I'm going to do like a 6-man blitz and just see what happens.
7 yards out. And they have 3 bunched.
Now, I'm going to be kind of on an island on the back end here.
Richardson
Don't throw in my direction.
comes across the middle. Now
Did they get the first? They did.
Nice pass there, wasn't it, Kirk?
Yeah, he's done a good job of finding the open man and route to a 300-yard.
Let's just go too high, man. So their quarterback ended up with over 300 yards.
they line up in the shotgun.
Watch them do off tackle. Off tackle run. Here it comes. Nope, they're going to throw it.
Has completed every pass this drive.
That's a good play. Had to go to somebody. So there it is. 58. Looks like it's going to be 30.
What does the defense have to do to stop an all-purpose
5 seconds to go. We'll get the ball back. Hopefully it'll be an onside kick. We can recover it and we will end it. We'll look at some stats. We'll look at the scores for this week, and then I'll let you go.
One guy on him, and you say, look.
But that was a good win. I'm really curious to see what the CPU offensive stats are going to look like. I think they're going to look pretty impressive. Of course, they are getting a lot of yards in the second half. Looks like we got McCargo out here. They're going to let that one go, let it bounce, and it's out of bounds. And we will take a knee. QB kneel. Should only take one snap to do it. So Hodges is 15. I'll remember that. They had him playing a little corner as well in our second string. Okay, good win to start the season, 58-30. I want to check out some stats. They got to do their thing here. So that was pretty fun. As you can tell, I think CPU offenses are going to get a little bit better going forward. So they had 431 yards of total offense. That's good for me. I'm happy about that. All it took was 2 changes, and it worked in spades. Running the ball, they didn't run the ball as much as they threw it because they were behind the entire time. And they probably would have thrown the ball even better if their starting quarterback didn't get hurt because he was an impact player. They didn't do all that great on third down. 50% for us. That's not bad. Turnovers, though. 4 for them. That was the name of the game, and it was the fumbles more than anything else that cost them. Otherwise, it could have been a pretty tight game. Rest of the stuff, I don't really care. Let's go passing. Petty, 17 of 26, 391 yards, 4 touchdowns, and he had 2 interceptions. What was the second one? I don't remember what the second one was. Doesn't really matter at this point. Rushing, we didn't do enough of it. Receiving, Glover, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's your MVP of the day, that's for sure. Grant got 2 touchdowns at 141 yards. Let's look at the defensive side. Tackles, LeFew ended up leading in tackles. Tackles for loss, we had several guys with 1 each. Still no sacks. We had the 1 interception. We had a handful of people force fumbles. Now, again, I want to just, we want to monitor this. Receiving, they didn't have 1 single drop. Let's see if that continues on the rest of the season. And let's get out of here. And let's check out some scores from week 2. Of course, we beat Tennessee. Kansas State over Syracuse. Michigan over Eastern Michigan. Miami beat Ohio State. That was a big matchup. Then you have Virginia over Vanderbilt. Florida State over BYU. Maryland over West Virginia. LSU over Wyoming. Then you have Cal over Louisiana Tech. Arizona over A&M. That looked like a pretty good game. South Carolina over Middle Tennessee State. Arizona State over Arkansas. Colorado over in-state rival Colorado State. Oklahoma over Utah State. Florida over Notre Dame. Virginia Tech over Central Michigan. And last but not least, Texas Tech got upset by TCU. Future Big 12 foes. Well, now it's not anymore. Yeah, are they still both in the Big 12? But people keep moving around. I keep forgetting. Yes, I think they're still in the Big 12. Okay, that is it for this one. We will come back, and in the next Dynasty video, we are going to take on Texas Tech. They just got beat in an upset by TCU, but this is going to be a very pass-happy attack. Now, we just gave up over 400 yards to a backup quarterback in Tennessee with a team that really not supposed to run the ball a whole lot. So imagine what Texas Tech is going to do to us in the next game. So there's going to be a ton of passing yards. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, and I can't wait. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.